Okay, unsa may distinction, no? How do you distinguish one from the other? Forcible entry versus unlawful detainer. So the two are distinguished from each other in that in forcible entry, the possession of the defendant is illegal from the very beginning. And the issue is with a party, which party has prior de facto possession. Ako ang term na is prior physical possession. Kinsay last gakupot before na dispossess. While in unlawful detainer, the possession of the defendant is originally legal. Panwari, giparehan ka na nga yuta. Siyempre, pag sudi mo di legal because there was a contract of lease, whether express or implied. So, kana siya unlawful detainer. Nahimo lang siyang illegal kay imong 1-year lease na expire na, nya di gyud mo kamuhawa. Okay? So the possession of the defendant is originally legal but becomes illegal because of the expiration or termination of the right to possess. So mo to example na to ni 1-year rent, 1-year lease, na expire na, di gyud mo kamuhawa. Okay? Both actions must be brought within 1 year. So this is the typical 1-year time bar, which is applicable to both forcible entry and unlawful detainer. The only distinction is how to count the 1-year time bar. What is the reckoning point in determining whether the 1-year time bar has elapsed or not? Okay? Both actions must be brought within 1 year from the date of actual entry on the land by the defendant in the case of forcible entry. So that is the general rule. Exception is wa man diri gisuwat, pero kung forcible entry good namo by way of stealth, so usually na it is from the date of discovery, dili sa date of actual entry. Also, the requirement is within 1 year from the date of last demand in the case of unlawful detainer. Kani siya medyo di kay ni siya lisod i-accomplish ang 1-year time bar, no, na maka-file jud ka within the 1-year period. Kay kung hapit na mo end ang year, you can just send another demand. Anyway, the reckoning point is the date of last demand. Okay? So, muna remedyo na. The jurisdiction over these two summary actions lies in the proper municipal trial court, tawag na to ani first level court, of the municipality or city within whose territory the property in dispute is located. So, kaning panahon ang balaod medyo katong karaan pa ni. This is Batas Pambansa bilang 129. Section 33, paragraph 2 o Batas Pambansa bilang 129 as amended by Republic Act number 7691 provides the jurisdiction of metropolitan trial courts, municipal trial courts, and municipal circuit trial courts in civil cases. They shall exercise exclusive original, diha jud nila magsugod, jurisdiction over cases. Kay kung ang forcible entry na pildi ba karon sa municipal trial court, imo apilar sa regional trial court, tawag na ana appellate jurisdiction. Appellate meaning dili na siya original. Original is diha jud nimo i-file ang kaso, diha magsugod. Mo na siya gitawag na exclusive original jurisdiction over cases of forcible entry and unlawful detainer. Nganong gibutangan man na sa Honorable Supreme Court of exclusive? Kaya namo boy gitawag nato nga jurisdiction niya concurrent. Pwede ka mo file diri, pwede ka mo file diha, no? Although mo follow na siya o hierarchy of courts. So provided that when in such cases the defendant raises the question of ownership in his pleadings, mo gitawag nato nga ownership defense, no? Ownership defense in an action interdictal. Kag kikiha ka, nisuot na siya dali, namugo siya usod, giguba ang akong gate, nagbuhat ay balay, wa ko kapugong, imong depensa is ako may tagiya. Ano masuko man ka? That is the ownership defense, no? So, the defendant raises the question of ownership in his pleadings. The question of possession cannot be resolved without deciding the issue of ownership. The issue of ownership shall be resolved only to determine the issue of possession. Now, this is a common, usually mo ni perming makabantayan ako o maka-frustrate na ko, no? Kung nako'y kaso sa MTC, because sometimes tanawon dayon ang issue of ownership. Remember, the requirement for the issue of ownership to be touched by the first level court, or for the first level court to have jurisdiction to resolve an issue of ownership in case there is an ownership defense in an action for forcible entry. The requirement is the defendant raises the question of ownership in his pleadings, and the question of possession cannot be resolved without deciding the issue of ownership. What if na CCTV jud nisud diha ang illegal intruder, nakita jud ang iyahang illegal entry? I think the question of possession can be resolved without deciding the issue of ownership. So the issue of ownership shall be resolved only if it was raised as a defense, ownership defense. And second, if the question of possession cannot be resolved without deciding the issue of ownership. Now, even if ang first level court mo decide sa issue of ownership, ang effect ano yun sa man, it is the issue of ownership shall be resolved only to determine the issue of possession. So dili ni siya conclusive with respect to the issue of ownership. The resolution of the first level court is not conclusive. It does not have a conclusive effect of resolving the issue of ownership involving the parties, with respect to the subject reality. Now, unsa may sunod after sa action interdictal, the next possessory action is action publicana. Okay. So I will talk about that. I will read this decision or discussing action publicana in our next episode. Okay. So I'll see you in the next video.